folks, Dagan here, and today I have the absolute pleasure of showcasing for you the pinnacle of pitch shifting pedals. This right here is the brand new, as of recording this video, Boss XS-100. This is the most fun I've had in ages. So today, Boss have only gone and done what they do best. They've moved the goalposts once again and created something utterly magnificent. Well, two things I should say. Because as you can see, I've got the big lad with me here today, the XS-100 with the expression pedal, but they've also released the XS-1, which is a Boss compact pedal containing tons of pitch shifting, drop tuning and capo effects, all controlled with a balance control, the balance knob up top, as well as a pitch control, which allows you to alter the pitch up or down in semitone increments or as octaves. There's also an expression pedal or control input on that little bad lad too, but I haven't got that with me today. I've got its big brother, the XS-100, and this does all the functions of the little XS-1, plus so much more. So let's get into it. Now these new Boss pedals are incredibly powerful, which is no surprise really, it is Boss after all. They're loaded with a brand new algorithm which helps you achieve these stunning pitch effects. I know Boss have done pitch effects in the past. I mean, I've got my OC2 here, it's quirky as hell and I love it to bits. But this isn't that. This has been built from the ground up, is incredibly fine-tuned, and it's just gorgeous. Now before I get into the nitty-gritty of this pedal, I just want to tell you how perfect it is. The precision, the clarity, the response. The naturalness of the tone, if that makes any sense. It looks awesome as well, and it's built like a tank. Oh, and the tracking too. The tracking, geez, as well. However you want to use it. It's second to none. Like it's a ridiculously precise pedal. I have a good friend who plays in a band that plays arenas around the world, and he uses a pedal, like a little pedal which does this drop kind of, and it sounds great. Everyone likes that pedal, but the tracking on that, he has to have his click in his ears running ever so slightly ahead of the rest of the band, solely because the tracking on that pedal isn't as precise as it could be. This is the most precise thing I've ever tried, and it's bloody incredible. And with it being polyphonic, everything just stays beautifully in tune, whether you've got it running low pitch or high pitch, complex chords and stuff. So that's running 4 semitones down. Let's go down to an octave, full octave down. You can get a lot crazier than just 1 octave either way, but I'll touch on that in a second. So let's get into what makes this little pedal so great. You can save up to 30 presets in the XS-100, so you can recall all your favorite pitch settings or whatever and change them on the fly. And with those pitch settings as well, you can either go up or down 4 octaves. So this has an 8 octave range, which is just insane. Great for bass as well. You can use it for obviously guitar and bass. And you can achieve these glorious pitch effects 2 different ways, with the switches on the right hand side. So the top one turns on the expression pedal. I would just leave it on all the time though, because all the way back is just your regular guitar tone. So that would be always on for me. And the switch below, the tune down switch, allows you to essentially turn off a certain pitch that you've set on the little screen there. So like before, I'm 4 semitones down. set that any way you want. Essentially, the tune down switch is the XS1 built into the XS-100. However, if you want to go deeper into this pedal's control settings, you can set these up as momentary switches. You can add external controls as well, external switches, even an external second expression pedal. You can do so much with it, but out of the box, this is how I think I would utilize it in a live situation or in the studio or rehearsal room or just jamming around the house, and I think a lot of you guys will do the same thing as well, but you can manipulate the switches if you want to. Everything's controlled by one knob and two buttons just below the screen, up top. And when it's not in memory mode, which you achieve by pressing down both switches down below, then scrolling through, when it's not in memory mode, you can see the screen is split in half, and that shows what intervals you're running. And it's so easy to just scroll through to find your desired pitch effect and just tap the knob to switch between the tune down pitch setting and the expression pedal pitch setting. Let's actually start with the tune down effect because it's bloody brilliant. Essentially what this allows is the entire pitch of your guitar to either go up 4 octaves or down 4 octaves. So you can down tune it, or you can essentially put a fake capo on your guitar. So my guitar, right? All my guitars are in E flat. The people are tuning, I love E flat, but what if I want to play in standard for one song? Standard right there, and if I go down to semitone as well. D standard. Drop C. And obviously you can keep going up or down through 8 octaves essentially. That's 2 octaves down. It's not my kind of jam at all. But someone with a much more creative mind than me will make it sound as musical as people always seem to do with these kind of pedals. So that's down 2 octaves. Back to regular. Going up, again, puts a capo on your guitar. So 1. So that's up 7 semitones right there. So it's if there's a capo on the guitar all the way up there. And obviously you can have both effects running at once as well if you want to add expression pedal pitch manipulation onto your tune down effect, or tune up effect I guess. Now this is great for a number of different reasons. The main one being in my head, a live situation. You haven't got to change guitars for different down tune guitars or put a capo on and then make sure the capo's in tune with the rest of the guitar. It can be a right pain in the ass. This instantly retunes your entire guitar down in pitch or up in pitch. And the way I've been using it off stage is just to have a bit of fun with it. I've been using it to write riffs, jam along and play along with some of my favorite tracks without having to change guitars. So like, let's go. I'm still capoed up to the 7th. Let's go down to, again, like I said, I'm in E flat now. Down to D standard. Well, this is C sharp, drop C technically. I'll go up to standard. Even down even more. It's just the clarity really, like even tuned down there. It's still clear enough for you to like tune with harmonics and stuff. There's no frequencies trying to fight with each other. It's so bloody clear and immediate. Like again, I keep harping on, but the chords, like you can hear all the notes and the chords and stuff. It's not just one big ball of down-tuned or up-tuned mush. Now let's move on to the star of the show. The expression pedal, which is turned on with this little switch right here, but I like to leave it on all the time, just all the way back. And that gives you full, super smooth, fully tonally preserved linear control of your pitch effects, whether you're going up in pitch or down in pitch. And it's really cool. You can actually go into the menu of the XS-100 and change the sweep from heel to toe of the expression pedal. So the curve when you go from back to front to fit any kind of application you want to use this funky little pitch effect for. You can even change the speed, like of the rise and the fall to your desired pitch and then back to the original pitch. It's insane how much we can manipulate this little pedal. But for the sake of this video, my preferred way is just so to get your desired pitch, it works exactly the same as the tune down effect. Just tap the little knob so the top half is highlighted, and that shows you what pitch you'll be at the toe position. 4 octaves, like I said before. I wonder if one of my cats just went running down the stairs, absolutely bolted down the stairs. So it's really cool. Again, that works down in pitch as well. And obviously that works in tandem if you wanted to with the tune down effect, like I said before. Here are a few of my favorite things to play with it. So this guitar's in E flat. What I want to play is in standard tuning though. So I'm going to go up a semitone and up 2 octaves. And next up, I'm going to keep the 2 octaves up, but go down to essentially D standard. Without having to restring my guitar, set it up with thicker strings and all the rest. I suppose this next one you could do with the tune down by tuning it down an octave, but I'm going to be just like the man himself. And use the... go down a full octave to go. Oh no, it's in standard as well, isn't it? It's trying to go up a semitone. Up a... iconic songs have used this kind of effect, and Boss have just perfected it for 2025. But the expression pedal also has a little trick up its sleeve too. When you're all the way down in the toe position, if you press extra hard, notice that little green light comes on, like press down as if you're turning on a wah or something. That actually activates an extra little function that you can set up to do anything you want. So right now I've got it regular going up an octave. When I press really hard, it adds an extra octave on top of that. And you can set that up to be pretty much anything, like turn on a detune effect, which I'll talk about more in a second, crazy octaves like that, or even revert back to the toe position to get some very funky kind of effects. It's so cool. And again, like I said before, I can't wait for someone who's a bit more creative with this kind of thing to utilize it in such a fantastic musical way. But for now, I just like playing Rage Against the Machine and Audio Slave and Gojira in the White Stripes and stuff with it. As you can see on the top of the pedal, you've got all your ins and outs, but also a through output for a separate dry signal, as well as MIDI ins and outs. So not only can you switch presets and whatnot automatically via MIDI, but also use the expression pedal and switches to send MIDI data too. You'll also find a USB input on the top too for firmware updates. I mentioned the detune effect earlier. Detune is hands down one of my favorite guitar effects. That ethereal chorus-like tone, which is just all over all my favorite 80s tunes. And you can turn it on and off with the XS-100 as you can on the XS-1, but the good thing about having this expression pedal is you can slowly bring in the effect as well. Actually, let's hear it with a clean sound, because bloody beautiful. Let's have a little fiddle with some of the presets now, because some of them are almost like lap steel-ish. Like, so this is +7 on the heel and +9 on the toe. It's like a B-bender. And because it's polyphonic and stuff, you can do all the kind of crazy, I don't know. Nothing's gonna get. I mean, those are the wrong chords, but nothing's gonna get wobbly, or there's gonna be no frequencies or harmonies fighting with itself. There's also like harmonies as well. So this is -7 on the heel and -5 on the toe. Let's do a little. What a thing. Bravo, boss. I think that's all the side specs and sounds that I give you from this wonderful brand new pedal, which I guarantee is going to fly off the shelves, because when you sit down and play one, it's more than just a pedal which makes noises. It's an inspirational tool. You play stuff you wouldn't normally play, you think of things that you wouldn't normally think of, as well as the awesome fact you can capo, whatever you want to call it, or downtune your instrument to save having to set things up and change strings, and bring 500 guitars on the road with you. Let us know what you think down below in the comments. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe. If you want to see more of what I do, more behind the scenes stuff, check out my Patreon too. As always, thank you so much for watching. I've been Dagan. I'll see you next time.